Hello team, today's challenge is valid pawn moves, where we're given what is essentially the row inside of a chessboard and asked to determine if we can move one or two pieces, okay? Or places, sorry, not pieces, places. We aren't worried about attacking other pieces or anything like that. We're just trying to get from our starting position, which is always the second row, to the very far end of the board, okay? So if we are in that starting position, we can go one or two moves. Every other time, we can only ever go one move, okay? One move forward until we get to the end. So based on that, we can jump right into this. If you remember the Knight's Move challenge, right? I added a little bonus in there where I used position to find out where we are on the board. We're going to do that same thing here. So this is going to be like this. We have that column and that row because the column is a letter and the row is number. So we can do that. Position. Brilliant. Dot split. Excellent. Okay. Now that we have these two letters, we can act on them. But first we need a collector. So we can go const moves equals an array. Okay. Could this be a let? Absolutely. We aren't actually changing the array. We're just changing the contents of the array. So this is perfectly valid. Not a problem. But here we go moves.push. And we push a new string. Okay, what is that new string? Well, we have variable 1 and variable 2. The first variable is going to be that column because the column never changes. Okay, it's the row that changes. Now the row currently is a string, right? Because we split on a string, it's still going to be a string, even though it looks like a number. So we should make sure that this is a number. Okay, do we have to? Maybe not. But I don't want to take any risks, so I'm going to force it to be a number, okay? And that's going to be 1. Brilliant. We take that, we move it right here. We have an if statement, okay? If row equals the string 2, because remember, it's a string, okay? I've said it, and I'll probably say it again. Now we are going to add in that second bit, okay? And then down here, we go moves, just like this, and it's done. Is it done well? I don't know, okay? And the reason for that is because what happens if we want to add a third move or a fourth move? Well, now we're stuck building into this somehow, okay? Which means that we need to add extra if statements and do stuff. It feels like it would be better if it was some kind of a loop, and that's exactly what we'll do here. So right up here, I'm going to grab this conditional because we're going to reuse it to get our allowed moves, okay? Just like this, I'll call it allowed. It will be equal to this. That will be 2, otherwise 1, okay? So if row equals 2, we get 2 moves. Otherwise, we get 1, okay? Down here, we can do a loop. So that's going to be 4, let I equal 1, okay? Because we're always going to do 1. So we can start there. We don't need to start at 0. That's a bit of silliness. Right here is fine. I less than equal to, put them together, allowed, okay? So whatever allowed is, that's as high as we can go now. We've locked it down. We do I++, and our work. What is our work? Well, it's all this again, right? So we can just copy and paste this, but we're going to change the number to I, and it works, okay? This feels like a better solution to me because now if we change this number to 3 or 32, right, it's going to figure itself out. It'll either be 1 or 32. Brilliant. Okay, we can change the condition of this allowed to figure it out and then just run the loop to build out our final array. I'm going to change that back today just to make sure that it works. It absolutely does. I feel like I'm missing something here. This feels like a very simple challenge. So with that, I'm probably missing something that would make this more elegant. I try to avoid clever code, right? But more elegant, more maintainable, more something. If you're seeing what I'm not, hit me up on those comments, okay? And if you found a different solution that you'd like to share, definitely hit me up in those comments. I love seeing those. Otherwise, for today, this is it, and I will see you tomorrow.